Hello everyone, my name is Andi Fauzie Ramadhan from Marine Engineering PPNS. Today I want presentation about my final project. My final project title is Additional Double Injector using Programmable HU with dual fuel system PERTAMAX-BUTANOL on spark ignition engine performance. There is 7 topics that I want to explain about my final project. First one is a research background. Second two is a research purpose. Third is definition. Fourth is how it's work. 5. Performance test. 6. Schedule. And the last is flowchart diagram. Okay, let's start from research background. Research background is a basic that includes the formulation of problems, concern, and purpose. 1. The high volume of vehicle each year has increased. The Indonesia every year is an increased volume of vehicle that make increased use of fossil fuels. Every vehicle in Indonesia use a fossil fuels that make a fossil fuels rare and contains a gas emission. So what I want to use a butanol for dual fuel system. Butanol is able to provide a perfect combustion effect, thereby reducing carbon oxide and hydrocarbon. Butanol has the characteristic of higher oxygen content, which can delay ignition and produce better peak pressure. Second two is a research purpose. What is purpose in this research? My research purpose is 1. Obtain a design or prototype of the mechanism and control of butanol for injection in the engine combustion chamber. 2. Get the most ideal ignition timing. 3. Knowing the exhaust gas emission. Third is definition. Definition is sentence that contains meaning or description. 1. First is butanol. What is butanol? Butanol is an alcohol with 4 carbon chain and has the chemical formula C4H9OH. Butanol can also be used as a fuel or mixed fuel. So why butanol? Butanol have a similar characteristic to gasoline, has more oxygen content than gasoline, easy to use than other alcohol, unlike ethanol, methanol, or which requires a high engine ratio. 2. ECU, Electric Control Unit, is the device that works as a system for regulation and controlling vehicle engine. Each engine has sensor that will send a signal to the ECU. Then the ECU will process the data and then send it to the injector and ignition timing. So what difference with programmable ECU? Programmable ECU is a tool control unit that can be adjusted according to what we need. So the sensor will be manipulated by programmable ECU according to what we set. 3. The next is ignition timing or spark time. Is to control when the spark plug fires during the compression stroke. When the piston goes to top dead center, then the spark plug causes a spark when the piston is 10 degrees before reaching 0 degrees. The next is injector. The function of injector is to spray fuel in the combustion chamber by turning the particle into the mist. The injector is a nozzle that delivers high pressure fuel from the fuel pump to combustion chamber. Topic 4 is how it's work. The schematic is like this, what you see. First, from Pertamax tank to fuel pump, through the injector. The injector is controlled by the SU standard and goes to the throttle body to combustion chambers. The butanol is like seems a Pertamax. What difference? The difference is the control of injector. The injector is controllable with programmable ECU. Programmable ECU goes to intake, to the throttle body, and to combustion chamber. The output from engine is AFR, air-fuel ratio, the exhaust gas analyzer that contains emission like carbon oxide, hydrocarbon, and NOx. And the output from crankshaft is a HP and torque. HP is horsepower, which is can see the graphic from a dyno test.
As you can see, the programmable ECU can also adjusting a timing ignition from coil and to spark plug. The programmable ECU set variable to 257 degree for this research.
5. 5 is performance test. Performance test is a test where to measure how effectively the machine works. In this research, I'm using two tools. One is dyno test that can measure horsepower and torque. Two, gas analyzer is to figure out the emission like carbon oxide, hydrocarbon, and NOx. 6. 6 is a schedule. In the schedule, there are activities, and with that I must completely finish. Seven. 7 is flowchart diagram. First, we start an identification what problem and purpose of this research. Next, study literature, which is we searching for data engine, specification, and what is ignition system. Next is data collection and determine of variable. Independent variable in this research is ignition timing 7, 5, and 2 degrees before top dead center, and standard ignition timing. Dependent variable is RPM. Next is determine of ignition timing standard that it can be a base of ignition timing. Next is installation of dual system modification tool. Intake room modification agent of butanol. Design the fabrication additional of a dual fuel system. Double injector installation. Fuel intake process mechanism. If this works perfectly, we go to test based on variable. If not works, we repeating this process. Next is output of engine measured by dyno test, horsepower and torque, and emission test. Emission test is both hydrocarbon, carbon oxide, and NOx, and analysis. After that, conclusion.
This is a design, a double fuel system. The red line is the for butanol fuel and the blue is a Pertamax fuel.
Thank you for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.